Welcome back to our final show of the season, our final F&F show. We'll be back, though, in January with our first Friday night Frenzy show. Well, there's no question the best team in Class M this season has been St. Joseph. They started the season as the #1 team in the state. They lost at home to Darien, then won the rest of their games on the way to tomorrow's final. Everyone else who made the Class M playoffs knew they were chasing St. Joe's. The final playoff spot came down to Monday night semifinal when Berlin beat Shield.
If you want to consider yourself one of the best, you got to beat the best. So that was definitely a game we circled at the beginning of the season. If we get there,
it would be hard to argue with Berlin quarterback Kevin Dunn's assessment about the Redcoats' opponent tomorrow. St. Joseph was the #1 team in the state back in September, and after a loss to FCIAC rival Darien, ran off 9 straight wins. Quarterback David Summers, who will play next season at Maryland, says the loss to Darien may have been.
Definitely. I mean, we were #1 in the state at the time, and I think it kind of got to our heads, and we did not have a great week of practice that week, but I think it kind of knocked us down to reality and showed us that we have to work just as hard every week to get back to the state championship.
St. Joe's is another one of those Connecticut schools with a rich football tradition. They've been to the championship game 16 times before tomorrow, and when they get there, they usually win. They're 13-3 all time. This team has come a long ways trying to win back-to-back state titles.
You know, our first game of the year against New Canaan, we lost 4 guys in the first quarter, and 3 of them were linemen, and we had to sub guys in that never expected to be on the field that day. And you know, I think from there, every time somebody went down, the next kid up was like, I'm ready to go. And I think they developed at practice and realized that it could be any play. I got to be ready to go and play. And you know, that's been fun to watch kids step up and take responsibility.
So on paper, the talent level, I think we can compete with them. I really do. They have a great coaching staff. They're always well organized. They execute at a high level. If we match them, I like our chances. We had a game earlier in the year against one of the best teams in the state, in my opinion, Bloomfield. We executed at a level I had never seen on the football field from a Berlin team. If we do that, I think we're in good shape.
What would winning a state title mean to you?
honestly, I wouldn't even be able to put into words. It would just be surreal to me. I mean, as a kid, that's the kind of stuff you dream of. So, just to really win that would be crazy.
Having the chance, you've already won some in Class S. I mean, the chance to win some in Class M, is that something that's been kind of a motivator for you guys this year?
Yeah, especially bumping up class. It seems like competition gets a lot harder as you bump up classes, so we got to work just as hard as last year, if not harder, to win another one.
St. Joseph, the #1 seed. Berlin, the #3. They'll play for their championship tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. in Shelton.